there, it's me again. I'm the mom of a first grade student, and I'm also a PhD level behavioral scientist. If you saw my part 1 video in this series, you know that I've become interested in how my daughter, who is in the early months of first grade, is learning how to read. In part 1, you saw my daughter reading a story on the app Raz Kids. She smoothly read the word purple 16 times.
Purple, purple, purple.
Great. Or at least I thought she was reading it.
How are you?
It became pretty obvious that she had been guessing the word from the pictures, the context, and the repetitive sentence pattern of the story. She was not actually getting the word from the letters, a process known as decoding. Decoding is an essential component of understanding the text we read. And it wasn't her fault. Guessing skills known as 3Qing have become a regular practice in classrooms that use an approach called balanced literacy. It turns out that 3Qing has been thoroughly discredited by the scientific community for more than 20 years. Experts believe that 3Qing can teach kids poor habits that undermine their literacy. But you also saw in part 1 that my daughter was able to sound out a bunch of words, and that was nice to see, but as I'll explain, she developed most of those phonics skills at home, not at school. 6 months earlier in kindergarten, my daughter, who was generally very excited about learning, was really struggling to learn how to read. My friend suggested we check out a series of books called Bob Books. Bob Books are in a category known as decodables. Decodables are written very carefully to correspond with the exact phonics skills that children are currently learning. Because decodables are designed to allow kids to sound out virtually all of the words, these kinds of books are critical for early readers and for struggling readers. They allow kids to practice phonics skills, develop confidence, and achieve fluency. Fluency refers to reading the text at an appropriate speed and with expression. Fluency is also helpful for reading comprehension and enjoyment. And sure, you don't want to only give kids decodables, but in many balanced literacy classrooms, like ours, kids don't get any decodables at all. Once we started with decodables, it showed me exactly which phonics skills my daughter lacked, and then I was able to teach her those skills. Soon after discovering decodables, I noticed a change in my daughter. Here's a video she asked me to send to her teacher to show that she was now learning how to read.
Thank you for being my teacher, and the books are getting easier for me. Bye.
The books are getting easier for me. I think she was trying to tell us something. Our new approach with phonics and decodable books was working, and that other approach in the balanced literacy classroom, using leveled books and minimal phonics, that approach was not teaching her how to read. Fast forward to September 2020, the beginning of first grade. The very next day after I filmed the purple story, my husband and I wondered, what if she could really learn the word purple by using phonics? Time for a new experiment. First, I tested my daughter on a new list of words that shared common letter sound elements with the word purple. Next, I taught her some phonics. I used some cards I had gotten off Amazon, and I also watched a couple of YouTube videos about how to teach phonics. During my lesson, I used some of the new words, but not all of them. We did not practice the phonics skills with the word purple or the word turkey. Finally, I tested her on all the words again, both after the lesson and one day later, to see how much she had learned. So what do you think? Will she learn how to read the word purple and a bunch of similar words after a brief, amateurish lesson in phonics? Let's see what happened.
So I'm going to show them to you, and you're just going to read them, okay?
Let's see how many of these words she already knows.
Tacker, suffer, tarular,
Ah, that's amazing.
apple.
Okay, you know that one. So let's take a look. One of the skills that we need to learn is you are, which looks like it's a level 2 skill. That's pretty advanced. Let's see down here. The other skill we have to learn is the consonant LE syllable. Oh, that's level 3. That's also pretty advanced. What grade are you in, sweetie?
First grade.
Exactly. So just notice that she was being forced to guess the word purple in her leveled book because she had to. Nobody had taught her the skills to read that word.
So the UR makes a sound Say
Surf.
Yeah, so let's practice some words. I'm so sorry we have to erase this.
But Mommy, can I just add one more detail?
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's a baby. There's a baby. Okay, maybe we can't use the whiteboard. Got a piece of paper, and we're just going to practice this sound. So how do we say that again?
Burn. Curl. Surf. Burn. Curl. Surf. There, look, L-E.
So something about LE is that when it sees a consonant, it just loves to hug that consonant. It goes, ooh, and it just hugs. It just hugs the consonant, ooh. And it smushes and hugs the consonant so much that it separates from the rest of the word. You can cover up the consonant LE. So not just the LE, but also the consonant in front of it, okay? So let's read this part.
App.
That's,
App.
yes.
App.
And then put it together.
App. Oh, apple.
That's right. Then you say dull, and then you put it together.
Puddle. Nib.
Excellent.
Nibble.
Perfect.
Tar.
That's our friend again.
Fender. I missed you a lot.
What happens when you put it together with a consonant LE?
Turtle. Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Paddle.
Mm-hmm.
Nibble.
Mm-hmm.
Turtle.
Excellent.
Let's see how she reads the words now.
Surf. Apple. My finger. Turkey.
Wow, that was really good.
I don't know why you
Amazing.
said that.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even practice that one. I didn't even teach you the K-E-Y, and you got it. That is awesome. Good job.
Turtle.
Oh, beautiful. What about this one?
Turtle.
Ooh.
So close. Okay, let's try learning the skill one more time with the word purple.
Pull.
That's right, pull. Say it again.
Pull.
Okay, now what's this first part?
Per.
Say it again.
Pearl.
Okay, copy me, okay? Pull.
Purple.
Pull.
Purple.
I decided to give her another shot at the word purple by showing her the list from the Part 1 video. Of course, she still couldn't read those 2 tricky words from last time because she still didn't know how to sound them out.
Think.
Okay.
But could she get the word purple now that she was taught how to read it?
Purple.
Excellent.
And check out what happened the next day.
Surf. Apple.
Good.
Turkey.
Wow.
Turtle. Purple.
Beautiful.
Here are the full results. Like last time, green boxes represent correct responses. Before the lesson, she only knew 1 out of the 5 words. Right after the lesson, she gained 3 words, including turkey, which we had not practiced. That means she generalized the phonics skills we learned to a new word. After I coached her on the word purple, she got that one too. And she could read all of these words the next day. How does that compare to the purple story? In that case, She had 4 words she couldn't sound out. She did not learn any skills to sound them out, and once the pictures and context went away, she couldn't read any of the words. It seems pretty clear that when given the phonics lesson, my daughter's learning moved in the right direction. So why can't she get something even better at school? Like in many balanced literacy classrooms, my kid doesn't get enough phonics. What's taught is superficial and often relies on kids magically discovering the phonics rules for themselves.
But then I reread what I wrote and I realized I had missed something. The sound a bear makes is more like a growl, like grrr.
This discovery learning approach has been discredited by extensive research. There's a reason we don't use discovery to teach other things. We don't give kids some number magnets and expect them to discover multiplication. We all understand that multiplication skills need to be taught, yet resistance continues against teaching phonics skills. It's true that reading is not just about phonics. It's also about fluency, vocabulary, developing background knowledge. But phonics skills are a critical piece of the puzzle. Without decoding skills, you cannot read well. Guessing is not reading. Decades of research have shown that when we teach phonics in a direct, systematic way, this improves reading across the board, including in reading comprehension. And that's not what's happening in many balanced literacy classrooms.
Their teacher is helping them be independent. Support your child in being independent.
Reading is thought to be something that will just happen, as if by osmosis. They will learn how to read naturally. This is a beautiful and seductive misconception. Reading is not natural. Our brains are not hardwired to read. Reading is no more natural than any other activity that humans have invented. It's true sometimes a 5-year-old will get behind the wheel of a car and drive several miles down the interstate without anybody teaching them how to do that. But most kids will not do that. It's a similar idea in reading. About 40% of kids will learn how to read no matter how they're taught. But the majority of kids need to be taught how to read. Although about 25% of kids need intensive intervention to learn how to read, experts think this number would dwindle to 5% if kids routinely got evidence-based instruction. That means that many people who think they have dyslexia would be better described as instructional casualties. So you might be thinking, this sounds like it's been going on for a long time, and is anything really going to change? Fortunately, parents, educators, and activists have been insisting that schools use reading programs that align with the scientific evidence. And it's working. All over the country, schools are adopting curricula that are evidence-based, culturally sound, and fun. Educators are also getting the professional development they need to correct long-standing misconceptions and to become truly effective teachers of reading. To learn more about how to improve reading instruction in your community, check out the resources below in the video description. And don't take my word for it. You can collect your own data and speak to other parents about what you're seeing. We have the power to safeguard the literacy of our kids and of future generations. We need to do better.